Good morning, YouTube. It's your favorite Steelers family. I am Duck, and to my right is the curly-haired bandit named
Juice.
And today, we're back with another victory. We're talking about how the Browns are still just the Browns. Always going to be the little brother. Go back to your room. You can't play with my toys.
Yeah, they're never gonna be what the Steelers are.
Towards the end of the game, Odell Beckham actually took off his cleats, unbuckled his shoulder pads, and started heckling fans. Like, bro, you are a professional. You're getting your butt beat. It is what it is.
Yeah, you're with the Browns, so what do you expect?
Got him!
Now, Big Ben didn't have his best game. He was 14 out of 22, 162 yards, 1 touchdown, but the biggest thing is no interceptions again. He didn't have the flashy numbers, but it was the most complete this team has looked. I'm talking offense and defense and special teams.
Okay, now we're moving into my favorite part of the game, the rushing game. James Conner had 20 rushes, barely topping 100 yards with 101. He had 1 TD and an average of 5 yards a gain. This is also his third 100-yard game. Last year, he only had 1, so you're seeing a big improvement. And from this game, Snell, Conner, and Claypool all had a rushing touchdown.
I'm pretty sure Mike Tomlin just wanted him to get to the 100 yards because after that, they sat him out the rest of the game, which is smart to keep him healthy. Now, Claypool, he went 4 targets, 4 receptions, 74 yards, and like Juice said, 1 rushing touchdown. James Washington, Juice's pick for our lead receiver, had 7 targets, 4 receptions, 68 yards, and 1 touchdown. It looked like Washington was going to be, but then Claypool popped right back up.
Speaking of Claypool, he just tied a Steelers record for the most touchdowns in the first 5 games as a rookie. Wow. He's now tied with L.B. Nickel, Lewis Lips, and The Bush. Now moving on to the defensive side of the ball, Cameron Heyward had 8 tackles, and Bud Dupree had 5 tackles and 2 sacks. Cameron Sutton had 2 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. Minkah Fitzpatrick is showing up now with 1 tackle and 1 pick 6.
Steeler Nation was worried, wondering where Minkah was. Well, here he is. Unfortunately, we lost Devin Bush. He went down with an ACL injury on a non-contact play. Robert Spillane, I believe his name is, came in. Now, he doesn't have Bush's speed, but he hits hard.
The Steelers now join the 1985 Giants as the second team in NFL history with 3 sacks and an interception in each of the first 5 games they played. The Steelers also went 5-0 for the first time since 1978, and that's only the second time in franchise history.
Also, since 1978, 71 teams have started 5-0. 90% of them have made the playoffs, so our chances are looking good. Mike Tomlin is now 14-0 against the Browns at home. And I feel bad for Baker Mayfield because the Steelers pressured him 47% of his dropbacks. Almost half of the times that he dropped back to pass it, he had Bud Dupree or TJ Watt in his face.
Thanks for the introduction for Baker Mayfield, Duck. He went 10 for 18, 119 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. He got benched at the end of the 3rd quarter. His coach said he didn't want Baker to get hit. I'm sure that's why he got benched.
So for Baker Mayfield, Case Keenum came in, and he didn't look spectacular either. He went 5 for 10 and 46 yards. Yeah, they lit it up.
So coming into this game, the Browns had the number 1 rushing offense. We held Kareem Hunt to 13 rushes, 40 yards. That's about a 3.0 average. Austin Hooper had 6 targets, 5 receptions, and 52 yards.
Now, we held Landry and Beckham in place. Landry had 5 targets, 3 receptions, 40 yards. Beckham had 4 targets, 2 receptions, 25 yards, and 1 tantrum. The touchdown came from Higgins, who had 1 catch.
Myles Garrett, on the defensive side of the ball for Browns, had 4 tackles, 1 sack, and no helmet wax. Goodson had 10 tackles and nothing else. And the Browns had 0 picks on us.
Now, the Browns could not convert on 3rd down. They were 1 for 12, and they were also 0 for 3 on 4th down conversions. Steelers, on the other hand, we got to improve a little bit because we were 5 for 14 on third down and 2 out of 2 on fourth down, which is good.
Now, we lead the league in sacks with 24, and everybody was hyping this game up, but apparently the Browns left game day at home.
Yeah, I mean, new year, same Browns. But overall, they do have a good team, but Baker Mayfield may be their Achilles heel. He looked afraid, and I don't blame him. He was facing the Steelers' defense. Now, we mentioned Devin Bush with the injury. Mike Hilton also went down with an injury. Mike Tomlin said that he has a shoulder injury, and he should be able to play, but we'll see. Also, Derrick Watt, another hamstring.
I want to see our offense improve. Now, that may be a soccer to some, but we're not really doing that hot on offense. Our defense, especially our D-line, is holding the offense of the other team to minimum points. And I want to see the run backs step it up and get like more than 101 and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could agree with the running backs because I feel like if we had the lead, we don't need Ben to keep throwing the ball and risk turning it over.
Okay, I'm going to roll us into game balls now. My offensive one is going to Big Ben Roethlisberger. Still, his stats weren't that great, but he's doing pretty good off that injury. And for my defensive one, Minkah Fitzpatrick, I should give it to. He had the pick six, and yeah, people were roasting him for not doing good this year, but that's also because they were throwing the balls opposite side of the field that he was on. He can't run across the whole field within a split second, so it's not really his fault.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Minkah hasn't been getting targeted because of the name he made for himself. But for my game ball for the offensive side, it was hard to pick. But I'll give it to Ben. You're right. He was a game manager. He did what he had to do, scored the touchdown, didn't turn the ball over. And for the defensive side, I'm torn between Dupree and Cam Sutton. Because Cam had the sack, the pick, he was all over the field. But I think I got to give it to Dupree. Week in and week out, he has the pressure. He's pressuring the quarterbacks, making them make mistakes. So, Dupree, you get my game ball.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the Titans and mostly Derrick Henry. So, I think we're going to do good against Derrick Henry, seeing we're really good at stopping the run on opposing teams. So, I'm thinking we're holding him to a minimal of yards here.
Yeah, the keys to this game is stopping Derrick Henry, easier said than done, and shutting down A.J. Brown, their young receiver. If we could do that, I believe we have a chance. Now, I am worried about Derrick Henry because he is not like any other running back that we have faced this year. He's basically a linebacker who plays running back. Okay,
it's prediction time. So I'm predicting that Ryan Tannehill will have 156 yards in the air, and Derrick Henry will have 102 yards on the ground. And Titans will have a pick and a fumble recovery on defense.
I think that's a little low. I think Tannehill's going to top over 200 yards. Derrick Henry, yeah, he's hitting 100. He's going to be the first 100-yard rusher we have this year. And their defense, I could see them getting a pick. Malcom Butler will come up with an interception.
Okay, so I think Ben's also going to be in the 150-yard zone. And I think James Conner's not going to have that good of a game. He's only going to have 89 yards. That's low for him. But that Titans defense, it's good. And Chase Claypool is now going to be our leading receiver for 5 for 7, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I think Ben is going to hit over 200 yards. I mean, I think this defense is good, but you've seen what the Houston Texans have did to them. Now, I think Claypool, he's going to have good numbers, but this is Juju's game. I really hope it's Juju's game. He's been such a good teammate and not complaining like years past. AB. And for the running game, I think Connor hits 100.
Okay, so I think this is going to be our closest game of the season. I think it's going to be 30-31, Steelers on top.
Now, I know we predicted this game before, but a lot has changed since then. Now, I think the Steelers are going to win it, and we're going to have 32 points, and the Titans are going to have 28. Drop your score prediction below, and you can win a terrible towel since no one has won it yet.
Yeah, guys, it doesn't take anything. It only takes about 5 seconds to do, and you could just win a free terrible towel.
Also, while you're in the comment section, comment who you think we should pick up for a middle linebacker, or do you think that we should just keep it at Robert Spillane? But either way, guys, thank you for listening. Make sure to comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video. This has been Steal the Game.
We out.
Here we go, Steelers.